Hey, welcome back to Play and Trade Guitars. I'm John, that's Zach behind the camera, and this is Play and Trade Guitars, where we play it and trade it. Today, looking at the iconic Martin D-28 Dreadnought acoustic guitar made in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. You can check out our factory tour. This beautiful guitar sports a spruce top, rosewood back and sides, mahogany neck. It's part of the Reimagined collection in the Standard series. At a price tag of $31.99, I'll tell you everything you need to know about this guitar. We'll get some bench specs before we play it and let you hear a full performance demo, and then at the end, I'll give you my raw reaction and final score, so stay tuned. Also, we are giving away this Martin D-28. To win, make sure you hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and sign up using our Gleam link. You'll find the entry link in the description and pinned in the comments. So sign up on Gleam, make sure you're subscribed. And one more thing, if you're in the market for this beautiful Martin or any gear, click to buy any new gear using our link. You're gonna get fast free shipping, easy payment plans that really makes buying new gear super easy. And when you buy new gear using our link, you support our channel directly, so thank you. Without further ado, let's look at this beautiful Martin D-28. Unbelievable guitar. It speaks for itself, but wait till you hear it. Can't wait to show you. Let's take a closer look now. This is Martin's D-28 in the Reimagined series. It's part of their Standard collection made in Nazareth, Pennsylvania at the Martin factory. You can check out our tour. Unbelievable guitar. You're gonna have a full gloss nitro finish on the top, a satin finish on the mahogany neck. And what makes it Reimagined is they have a more modern playable profile on the neck itself. You also have this forward shifted X bracing, and it's non-scallop. That's a little bit different than the traditional design, but it sounds incredible, as you'll hear. They also have just nice cosmetic touches. I like this tortoiseshell pickguard that they added, but it's a D-28. It is the classic D-28 with a few modern appointments. I love those vintage style open gear tuners, beautiful ebony fretboard, unbelievable guitar. So just defining characteristic of the D-28, it's gonna have East Indian rosewood back and sides, mahogany neck, spruce top. So much hand finishing work goes into shaping the neck. They got the volute here. Just a gorgeous guitar. Let's head over to the bench and get some measurements before we, I would say, plug it in, but before we play it, let's do it. All right, starting up at the top of the headstock, you have the beautiful CF Martin & Co. in gold and black script. This is a piece of East Indian rosewood that's over the headstock. The neck is otherwise mahogany. Beautiful volute carve, which is all still done by hand. You can see that in our factory tour, just unbelievable. Nice vintage appointments. You have these open gear Grover tuners. And one of the updated features of the Reimagined D-28 is that they have a more modern neck profile and just a slightly wider nut. So we'll get a measurement on that in just a second. Other than that, you've got these mother of pearl dot inlays with a beautiful ebony board. Coming down to the body, you're of course going to have a spruce top, and the characteristic that is defining of the D-28 is going to be these East Indian rosewood back and sides. Now back in the day it would have been Brazilian rosewood, but nowadays East Indian rosewood, which you can see. And this guitar really delivers some serious volume. This is going to be the full-length Martin scale, 25.4 inches. Let's go ahead and get some measurements on the body and the neck. So the body depth will be 4 3/4 inches. Lower bout is going to come in at 15.5 inches compared to 11.5 inches at the upper bout. Nut comes in at 1.75 inches. First fret at 0.8 inches, and I'll give you a 9th fret at 0.89 inches. 4 pounds, 7 ounces. We'll call it 4.4 pounds. So super lightweight. Nice choice of materials, beautiful wood, and man, as always, it smells great. Here comes my favorite part. I'm gonna let this guitar rip, give you a performance demo, but before I do that, remember, if you're in the market for any new gear, whether it's a Martin or anything else, click to buy new gear using our link. You're gonna get easy payment plans, fast free shipping, and when you buy new gear using our link, you support our channel directly, helps us make these demos, so thank you for doing that. This is just a gorgeous guitar. We're gonna put it in a performance context so that you can really hear it, and I'll tell you what, join me at the other side of the performance demo, and I'll give you my raw reaction to playing the Reimagined D-28 from Martin, made in beautiful Nazareth, Pennsylvania at the Martin factory, and I'll give you my final score. So let's listen and drop a comment as we go. I'll see you on the other side for a score and final reaction. there is a reason why we are choosing to give away this Martin D-28. Why? Because it is at this point the pinnacle of acoustic guitars that we've played on the channel. If you look at my scoring system across videos, sometimes I get asked to benchmark a guitar. If I tell you it gets a 10 out of 10, what does that compare to? Well, guess what? We are setting the standard in acoustic guitars with the way that this Martin D-28 in the Reimagined Standard series played, sounded, responded, you name it. This is the high watermark. This is the benchmark, and you can win this guitar. Sign up on Gleam. The description will have the entry link as well as the comments. And I'll tell you what, you don't want to miss out on this. I'm going to give you my raw reaction. It's the most perfect acoustic guitar that I've played yet on Play and Trade Guitars. And listen, there's a lot of brands that make acoustic guitars. None can say that they invented the steel string acoustic dreadnought. And Martin, when you hear Martin, is synonymous with the American flat top steel string guitar. And the D-28 is probably the best example there is. I was so excited to play this and share it with you. Drop a comment and let me know what you think. As for the scores, I base my score on three main categories: overall playability, overall sound, and overall value. When it comes to playability, I like what they did with the Reimagined series, giving it a modern neck profile with a satin finish, which feels excellent. The playability of this guitar was top notch. And when it came to the sound, it just, again, I always call it, it's got this tight responsive tone from that tighter rosewood that just lends an unbelievable amount of definition to the tone while still having that full bass response. And across the whole spectrum, just nothing sounds like it to me, and I absolutely love the way this guitar sounds. When it comes to value, it's $31.99 currently. You can click our link for current pricing, depending on when you're watching this. But make sure you buy using our link, because when it comes to value, I'll tell you it's made in the Nazareth plant in Pennsylvania. Comes with a hard shell case. And the materials, the process that goes into making these guitars at this iconic factory in Pennsylvania, the Martin Guitar Company, unbelievable to watch. And I'll tell you, when you're dealing with an expensive guitar, something that's over $3,000, the question around value comes down to, are you getting what you pay for? And I can tell you that my experience with this guitar is second to none, truly top of its class. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to peg this guitar at 9.5 across the board. And what I'm going to do in future acoustic demos is this guitar, which we are giving away, is the new benchmark to beat. This is the guitar that I am absolutely in love with, and it's the Martin D-28. We're going to give it a 9.5 and set a new high water mark in acoustic guitars. If you're in the market for this guitar or any other gear, click to buy new gear using our link. And when you're buying a $3,200 guitar, the payment plans make it so easy. No interest, easy to buy new gear. Check that out in the description. Be in it to win it. Subscribe now and use our entry link so you can be in it to win it for real, this D-28, when we hit 100,000 subscribers. Thanks for all your support on Play and Trade Guitars. We'll see you on the next video. Watch one of these. See you next time. Take care.